Okay, so here's one we don't see every day. It's the TRC480, and from memory, I don't think these were brought out to Australia. I think these were strictly US import only. And I've just been giving a bit of a clean up inside. Well, I've still got the screws out because I'm still just sort of testing, and I thought, well, while I'm testing, I can give you a bit of a look at it. But overall, it's in very good condition, actually. Typical sort of situation where, you know, use some deoxit on every control. You know, they're all a bit scratchy, etc. before, and but they come up perfectly, so that was really good. A little bit different in the fact that, you know, we had digital channel change on these things. Not something that you saw a lot of, and also had get on the right frequency. I've just got a tone going in at the moment off the analyzer here, and we're not putting a lot into it. 0.5 of a microvolt, and tell you what, it's doing really well. We can hear that beautifully. I'm just bringing that up a bit. Obviously receiving very well. Yeah, anyway, all right, we'll turn that tone off because we don't really need that tone. It's just irritating, but good to work out what we're doing. Now, also, you had the B, which B surge. To do that, you put it onto squelch, and it notices that it's not squelched. So then it's looking for a signal just above the squelch to stop on. So if I was to put a signal here, oh, I've layered that up a bit too much. Hang on. I want to stop on channel 35 in a second. Yeah, it's sort of picking up the... I'm putting way too much signal in. Hang on, let's bring that signal back down a bit. There we go. So, to do that example again, let's go up, whoops, up one frequency. It'll just wait for a second. It just sets on its scan. Now, ideally, if I'm not sort of bleeding across into the other channels, this here should pick up my signal generator at channel 35, like it does there. Okay, so that's good. Now, the C scan, I need to look that up. I know what the C scan is. C scan basically is it scans unmuted, so it's not going to stop anywhere. It's just going to keep going. You're manually going to have to stop that. Yeah, like that. So when we go to B scan, we have a and you need to squelch it, obviously. It will stop on a signal. So, you know, if channel 35's got someone active on it, you can rely on the fact that it's going to stop there, and like it's doing there. All right, let's turn that noise off of here. Okay, good. Okay, so let's just have a look at the transmit. A bit of a slight break there. A bit of a good morning to Sam and see how she was going. So, anyway, this actually came with a little superstar mic, which is fine. You know, they work fine on there, no problems. I'm just a bit of a stickler for trying to match radios up with mics, so I went out to my American barn and thought, yeah, that'll work. And the good thing is, I think we've got a superstar without a mic, so maybe we'll sort of be able to put that together. Well, it's got a mic, but the wrong mic. So anyway, it's always about trying to match these things up and try and make them look fairly good. So we are on lower sideband. Let's have a look here. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2. Hello, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, it's getting its 12 watts, etc., etc. Probably could get the ALC drive going a little bit more on this. 1 2 3 4 5. Hello, 1 2 3 1 2. Yeah, we might just have a look at the ALC and just prop that up a little bit. But apart from that, no, it looks really nice. They're, as I said, just that sort of little bit more rare. Down on AM, let's have a little bit of a look. It should be about 4 watts. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. We're on FM there, by the way. Hang on. We'll go over 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1. There, looks all good. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, 1 2. Yeah, a little bit under 4 watts, but that's very easy to adjust up and get going. But overall, yeah, look, it's a nice looking radio, no question. I just thought I'd put it on the antenna just to see what we can hear. And unfortunately, no skip running, which when you live in Tangambalanga, that'll just go through with the unsquelched, but no, she's as quiet at the moment, so I don't think we're going to hear too much. Anyway, alright, well look, apart from the fact that we can't really show you much happening on air, it's a lovely little radio. So the TRC480, I suppose what I could do actually, just a very quick look, is show you inside one, since I've got the screws out. There's a thought. Okay, so here's your little logic board that they're doing to let's have a bit of a look here for your scan, etc, etc. Using a bit of Hitachi in there and bits and pieces. Now, these are look at this. Back in the days when filters were actually filters, a GRE Japanese filter. I mean, you know, and this is why the receiver on this radio is so good too, by the way. We were getting down to probably minus 125 dBm on this. It's just crazy. And output stage and bits and pieces, just, yeah, look, these are well built, there's no question. They might be a little bit older, but you know, we've got our offset oscillators, etc, lower upper AM, etc. Yeah, look, very, very nicely built, beautiful design. And this is the true uniqueness of the 1970s. It just or 1980. This could be early 1980s, to be fair. It could be actually very likely to be 1980s, just looking at some of the chips. But I would think if not late 70s, very early 80s. But very, very nice. And it was very microphonic when it came in the fact that and sometimes that's as simple as spray some pots and you know, just check for any dry joints, etc. This one wasn't a dry joint problem, as you can see. It was more that the earthing of the screws had just come a little bit loose on the board screws. So sometimes you'll tighten those up, and you'll find that tap 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 microphonic thing goes away. So yeah, with these old radios, just remember to get in there and just tighten up anything that's there. Certainly clean out all the different pots. Just have a look at this ribbon cable here. Geez, you'd hate to have to get one of those again, wouldn't you? I'm glad the ribbon cable works. And just a bit of an update. This actually came from a mate of mine, John, down in Tassie. And I had a choice. John sent me an American Electronics mic that he needs wired up. And he's got one here with a 4-pin, which obviously needs a 6-pin. And I had a bit of a choice. I could have a look at the radio John sent me to you know, to put in the collection here, or I could do his microphone first. Which one won? John, the mic's going to get done next. We'll get that in the post to you later today. But just a little favour job for a mate there. That's no problems. And yes, the American Electronics does use a 6-pin plug. It's a little bit different. This one actually needs a good clean. This one's been out in the shed for a while. I went and just a couple of ways that you could do it. You could get a American Electronics and just wire pin to pin, you know, no problems. Or you can just grab the microphone, pull the back shell off it, wire pin to pin. They're the same colour code. I took the easy way. And anyway, all good. All right, so that's the, got to remember the number, TRC480. So that's got it. And yeah, look, beautiful radio inside. Love the design. Love everything about everything I'm seeing here. Just classic. And as you can see, we haven't even touched the RF stage yet. That's all just as you can see by those markers there. They're all sealed, never been moved, and which is sort of sometimes what you want. For the sake of getting a couple of extra watts out the radio, sometimes I like leaving them. I'll always knock the ALC up a bit if the drive needs a bit of a push, but apart from that, no. Look, that's that one's just too much history all in one. All right, 73s to you. Thanks for having a look at our little piece of history here. If you know what date this is, I haven't had a chance to look it up. You can always put a note in the comments file. Please subscribe and hit the like button, all that stuff, and that keeps us all going. All the best, BK3 Charlie Mike, Brenton from Tangambalanga, North East Victoria. Cheers.